Have you ever heard someone that lost a loved one use the phrase, "I'm holding it all together"? What about, have you ever seen someone break into tears in a worship service and eventually have to make their way to the back of the sanctuary to cry off in private? When did we learn as church people that there is no place for lament within our walls? There are so many places in our lives that for one reason or another, we are told to hold ourselves together. The good news is that church is not one of those places. I hope that our church is a place where we can cry out to God together. In the Bible, we see example after example of members of faith communities that don't shy away from lament. People that have endured so much oppression and pain and loss, and in the midst of that chose to cry out to God. Lament that makes room for others in our community to express themselves. Lament that reminds us that we don't have to hide our pain and our scars when we enter church. Lament that equips us to be the hands and feet of Christ in the world. The psalmist from our reading today is crying out to God in incredible detail. Imagine this. Imagine if someone during passing of the peace or during some part of the service stood up and blurted this out. "How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I take counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all day?" And those are just the first couple of verses of the psalm. This psalm is full of passion, vulnerability, grief, anger, and ultimately lament. But the psalm doesn't just stop there, but it builds to say this: "But I have trusted in your steadfast love." When you walk into church here at Ankeny First, remember that regardless of what you are going through, regardless of what you are carrying into this space, we worship a God that can handle it. We worship a God that you can cry out to. We worship a God that we can name our lament in front of. Even when we start with crying out, "How long, O Lord?" it seems that we too will eventually be moved to say, even in that moment, where we say, even with everything that is going on in my life right now, I have trusted in your steadfast love.